Sarah's mom is here, so you know what that means. That's right, for once, I'm not on cat duty. Yes! This is a cause for celebration. They get to hang out with Grandma for a little while, whereas you, my intrepid viewer, are stuck with me. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Princess Peach. We are getting ready to take on Gleam Glacier, unfortunately. And let me tell you something, I'm gonna need as much of a sense of humor and good V-Bays as possible to get through this, because in all honesty, this area is so completely underwhelming across the board that if this is your favorite world, I am so sorry. I will try to keep the complaining to a minimum, but when you take just that music that is so generic and the snow physics and needing to destroy this Koopa's hard-earned snowman compatriot, like, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. I will say, it's very pretty. I do still love the look of it, but with the snow and the traction or lack thereof, it kind of detracts from the experience, if you know what I'm saying. And so you can't slide on snow, but you can slide on ice in 3D in full-blown Technicolor, starring this crying Paragoomba, which I'm sorry to say. And I guess one good side about the ice physics is the fact that you could just slide forever. Power slide, Peach, until your heart's content. So let's head into this pipe and see what we can do here. This is actually a room that we're going to be in soon enough. Just remember that arrow made of coins, and then that'll kind of give you an idea of where we're at. But this is just, I guess, lucky for us, a relatively short area. I would say we're gonna get through this faster than Wavy Beach, at least. It just feels so insignificant, and I don't know, just not a big fan of it. But there are a lot of winding paths and different ways to go. Like here, we get a bevy of choices to fall down, and if you mess up, then you pop out of this pipe. So you can go and explore whichever one you want, but if you head to the third one from the left, this should be the one that gets us our friendly neighborhood Toad, who is now frozen to death inside of that pink box that had zero insulation in it. And any other pipe would just take you somewhere else. You might get like a decent amount of coins, but don't worry about it too much. Got anything to say about it, Patty? I'm so cold. Water freezes as soon as it hits the ground, you know. Oh, is that right? Do most sentient parasols that are suffering from hypothermia usually spew out facts like this? Well, of course they do. So we're gonna go ahead and shed some tears for our old friend, and it will cause this entire platform to fill with ice, which will allow us to slide under with great skill and perpetuity and rescue yet another frostbitten Toad. He's lost all his fingers and toes, but he's okay. So let's do this, and the skirting on the ice. Oh, no, don't get caught too far, otherwise you do that. It's very annoying. There we go, make sure you go all the way. Like the skirting on the ice, I don't know. It's like, whoop, forgot to pick up the kids from soccer practice. Okay, so let's keep on going, and speaking of soccer practice, at this point, if you have not yet purchased it in the shop, make sure you make it a point to at least grab the Butt Stomp, the almighty Peach Badonkadonk Destroyer, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to break those gray blocks. They're just completely invincible to everything else. So be wary of that as we go forward. It's not mandatory, but if you want to get a Toad, I think in 5.5, you will need it. So, and speaking of things that we can buy from the shop, I keep forgetting to use it and missing. It's just so weird, and I don't know why you would ever want to, but it looks cool. Now, these icebergs, they don't do anything to hurt us. They simply impede our progress, so we'll go and burn them, and then we're good. We collect another Toad, and that is our third and final one in what, 3 minutes? If I had just, done more running and less yapping, probably would have done it in under 60 seconds, but that's just me. What are you doing? There are so many of you Paragooms here. Also, once we enter this pipe, you remember the pipe we entered in the beginning of the stage? Well, this is that same room, just at the far end, which means this is actually one of the shortest stages in the entire game. Thank God. I mean, I think the pipe that leads out of this room leads to the gold ring. I could probably beat this in literally 20 seconds if I wanted to, but of course you don't get any of the collectibles. But that was the arrow made of coins, which leads to this pipe, and should we decide to enter it, I don't think there's anything in here except like a bonus, but we will go ahead and cry, and I think you have to be on the ground. It'll freeze before you get down there. There you go. I managed to miss you. But anytime you see these red blocks, basically you need to hit them over the ice so that it can destroy a layer of ice cubes and then life will be good. That is how the elephant got out of the pen, or whatever animal that was in that one child's story. Was it an elephant? I can't remember. I was a child the last time I read that. All right, so a couple of coins and spikes that will probably murder us, and bombs marching for days. Get out of here. Give me my lunch money, please. I'm hungry. I want my ham and Swiss cheese, please. Hold the tomato, hold the onion, and hold the walrus. This is the sole new variant of enemy that we will be seeing over our course here in Gleam Glacier, and he does not pose much of a threat at all. It's funny because it looks like he's wearing like a gold chain necklace that's just kind of like bunched up around his neck, but all you have to do is smack him a couple times and he's done. You can do some kind of funny stuff to him, but Walrus, which is his name, just with 2 S's, his glossary entry is something like, apparently spends time on ice eating snow cones, and it's kind of funny. But that was literally all we had to gain out of that, but it does give us the brand new knowledge that there are going to be some hidden walls, specifically only in this stage. But there's our score, so that's good to know, I suppose. Thank you. We'll take it and we'll leave. Yeah, maybe I should show what it's like to beat the stage in like 20 seconds. But this is the pipe, and we're gonna be just right next to the dang thing. So let's go fly up here real quick, and don't worry about that because it is a-okay. Beautiful. Okay, because this will just take us to that pipe. So all in all, relatively easy going here. Got a nice new mini game here, Toad Shot, which we will get into a little bit later. But for now, it's time for sheer and utter disappointment. Are you guys ready? Let's see. Here we go. Nice. Did I dap it up? Oh, dang it. I'm starting to get my hopes up again because it has been a while since our last Bootylicious Peach. Well, that's right. We already got one of our own right here in stage 2. Let's get it on, as we have falling bombs in an ominous sky to foreshadow the terrible events that are about to unfold, i.e. this video project. So is this where we need to go, or am I going to be punished by a one-way pipe? No. If I did, that would be really unfortunate, considering if I got stuck here and the pipe froze, then that would be bad news bears. Let me tell you something, Greg Abbott, Jesus. Okay. So, since we don't have a chance to use it, let's just go ahead and be happy for once, you know? In the midst of all of this dreary imagery, we'll just heal up some health, eat some bombs, get some spicy food in our stomach, keep ourselves warm, and cheese it! They're gonna explode, or at least one of them is. They're gonna cause an avalanche in here. So, you know, speaking of caving in this little places and avalanches, I remember I was talking about John Krakauer a couple parts ago, and I guess they made a movie about Into Thin Air, which I had no idea about. I think it had Jake Gyllenhaal in it, or Aaron Paul. I don't remember. It might have just been called Everest, but I forgot that he was like a first-person perspective on that whole disaster, where it was like the 3rd most amount of climber casualties in a Mount Everest attempt. And I kind of want to watch it now and reread the book. Just listening to me talk about it, just like, oof, maybe I should. All right, go Toad, write a best-selling memoir, and don't credit me in it, please, because I was never here. But this is kind of nice. We just get to go through nonchalantly, hanging out, doing our old best time, collecting some frozen crystals here, all the V-Bays in the world, and not a single care. Oh, get out of here. All right, well, we're in what appears to be a little bit of a cave, right? But if we come over here, I think this might be this room that I was thinking of. We come straight up here, and we're going to be confronted with an alternate path, which you do not want to take under any circumstance, mostly because if you do, you're probably going to be in trouble and skip through a lot of the world. Jesus, why are there so many of you guys? Yeesh, I don't even want the money. I just want you guys to leave me be. Or I could probably just cry for a little bit. There we go. Later days nerds. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, that's not good. All right, well, there's a lot of stuff over here, none of which I really want to deal with. There must be something up there. All right, I'll be back. Because this looks like it might lead somewhere. No? Maybe? No. Yeah. I will say, this song I do prefer over the main one, but overall just not great. Now, whatever you do, don't go into this pipe, because if you do, you're gonna be in for a rough time, my friends. Let me tell you something. It's gonna just lurch you ahead so far that you're gonna end up missing everything. I always take that pipe on accident, and that one is a one-way, so be careful. All right, so let's step on through. We've got ourselves a very familiar room. Hello, Mr. Babam. I will save you from the impending doom of an icicle skewering you in the face. Plus, we've also got some of this. Lovely. And oh my god, I forgot you were here. Hello, how do you do, sir? Alright, well, I'm glad that mostly went without a hitch. What is up here, you might be wondering? Absolutely nothing. Surprise. Okay, so we have platforms here that have neither ice nor snow physics attributed to them, but they do crumble. And we've already seen a couple, I think, but basically, there you go. Move out of the way, nerd. Okay, well, icicles do come back. I am a little worried about what would happen if I wasn't too careful in dismantling that snowman. But I have a feeling going through is something I don't want to do. So you need to be careful because you don't get enough time to actually get rid of this. So I'm just gonna activate the icicle and move out of the way because those hitboxes are gnarly, man. All right, time to unplug, and here we go. I'm gonna try to aim for the mic this time because you can never hear me while I'm doing this. I actually have to hold my 3DS sideways, but we have lines of blurps, and that's not going to be the end of it. It's like a Battletoads or something, you know, but like somehow worse. Go carefully, slowly, and we'll drop down bloopa. These guys are like ready for war. Look at this. Why are there so many like mines down here and killer? Just careful, because I know there's gonna be another one. Just bioengineered octopuses and things like that. Okay, you do go down all the way. So I've never come this way. I always just manage to find myself going backwards because of that shortcut. All right, this is good. This is good. It's actually kind of harder this way than it is the other way. I guess we would just be missing the puzzle piece. There you go. Yeah, this is awkward. Uh-oh. Sounds so stupid. There we go. All right. I guess it doesn't sound much different than my normal commentary, to be honest, but that's all right. I'm just thinking what would happen if my family came in here watching me do this. Like, what in the world are you doing hunched over a mic with your 3DS? It's not even facing me. It's facing the mic. All right, here we go. Nice. Because I do play off the monitor, and I do prefer it that way, but now we're here. This is lovely. All right, how do you do, my glad friend? We have massive blocks here for some reason. I feel like I'm gonna get ambushed at some point. There you go. Okay, so we've got more of this stuff. That's fine, that's dandy. Let's go and bust through all of them and rescue Toad once again. You will freeze no more. All your fingers and toes, however many that may be, are still fine, I think, mostly. This is also gonna kind of suck, I think. Let's run and do the thing. There we go. I don't even think there's anything else here. Just a couple goes. All right, that's not bad. Oh, geez. All right, let's just go and do this. Yeah, sorry to wake you like that, pal. But next time, maybe don't fall asleep in the middle of an ice cavern that reminds me of Donkey Kong Country. So, that pipe I told you not to take would have dropped you out right here, and you'd have to go all the way back if you wanted that puzzle piece. Otherwise, yeah, and there's no way to get back in there. I've tried. Okay, now we've got this ball, and I don't understand how this works. This is actually in the first stage too, but you just never really had to use it. But I saved a Toad. That is our final sort of character, and was there nothing over here? I thought maybe, but yeah. So I really don't understand the physics of this. I know that you jump, and then you jump again, and maybe it lets you go higher. I don't know, wait a minute. Is there something else up here? No, there wasn't, okay. I'm just paranoid now. I'm gonna miss like an alternate path or something, but whoop, almost didn't make it. Wow, that actually wasn't so bad either, aside from the subsection. All right, here we go. One more time. Nice. Another star for Princess Peach. Star. And only a star, because she is the Peach. I shouldn't get greedy. I shan't. Because why wouldn't we have gotten the star? We've already got our Peach right here, and she is so adorable and content to be happy. Just like we are, because we're near the end of the video, and I'm so excited we get to traverse through all of this potentially death-inducing hypothermia water that these Cheep Cheeps absolutely seem to love, but that's all right. Let's make our way up, and we've got ourselves some very angry paracoops. probably forgot his pants at home today, the ones that help keep him warm. So he has to be mad so he can, you know, retain that level of heat. Yeah, oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, these damn slopes are something to behold, but I think the faster you go through this, the better off you're more likely to be. What was that? Just trying to slide. Couldn't quite do it. Not according to Goo Goo Dolls, at least. Now, moving forward, more whiteout conditions in which, ooh, we have more cannon fodder. How dare you? You are the bane of my existence. And for that, I'm gonna start whining and crying. Hopefully freeze this nonsense up. There we go. And slide. There we go. Barely made it. Now there's a door here, which I do think we need to take, and we will eventually come back to this room. But something you do want to keep in mind, I think we've already seen a couple of these, but these platforms can't be jumped through, so be on the lookout for those, I suppose. And we're in a room filled with explosives. Lovely. All right, well, I don't know what caused you to have to do this, but you go into my pocket, and now I have 300 coins exactly. And by 300, I mean 3,000. Hello. All right, 3,001. Beautiful. So, I think I might have messed something up. I want to see something here, because I might have said that you can't destroy these snowmen with anything but your parasol, but I think I was just being a dummy because I remembered that just now. Great. I'm an idiot. Love making a fool out of myself. Here we go. Ugh, big jump. Beautiful. And our first toad. Nice. He was kept warm because he had a hot cocoa courtesy of our friend, Mr. Starbucks. Now, that pipe, do not under any circumstances take that pipe, because it'll take you on the other side of a snowman that you can't do anything about. And don't worry, it's not this one, because you can't even go back through this door. It's closed, see? But we're in here, and excuse me, sir. Can you stop, like, throwing explosives my way? I'd appreciate it, you dumpy. And if we kept going back, we would be able to see the other side of where we just did the thing. And you know where we are. It's the only other whiteout room in this stage. Now, this guy, I know what you're thinking. And another one. Okay, interesting. So I guess maybe we don't necessarily need the butt stomp just yet. I think I said 5-5, but I thought there might have been another place to use one in this stage. And you can't go up this way, so. Lovely. All right, stop it, Spinies. Jeesh. All right, so this right here, if you had taken that pipe, you would have ended up on a one-way trip on the other side of this snowman that you cannot destroy from beneath in any capacity. At least I think you can't. You can't stand on this, and maybe if you like activated your fire while you were up here like that or something, that was weird. But I don't know. I feel like you just can't and shouldn't. I feel like I'm just proving myself wrong left and right. All right, here we go. Sliding under and oof. I should have hurt myself there. All right, Paragooms, how dare you? How dare you? And I think you might have seen it, but there's a pipe over here that I don't want to look stupid showing and getting impaled. But yeah, here you go. Nice and frozen through, courtesy of... I don't want to make the same Greg Abbott joke again, but it bears repeating, okay? Now, do not slide while you have flying enemies. I think I mentioned it before, but the game is so cheap, and it'll still count as being hurt for you, even if you're in the middle of a butt slide. They actually throw a couple of, like, weird curveballs in that sense, but there's our last Koops right there. Yeah, and these guys, they're really mad. These spike tops. Have we seen the mad spike tops? Like, these guys are absolutely livid. Yeah, they're stuck here. I would say don't take that right there. Under any circumstances, do not. But we have rescued our final toad. And the puzzle piece, I think, is probably one of the hardest to miss in this entire game. I could be wrong, but I very well could be right. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, an auto scroll. Oh, no. Bonsai bills. That's not good. All right, well, I'm not a fan of that. I think this is one of the longest auto scrollers that we're gonna have for a while, so keep that in mind. Ugh. So, yeah, let's just go through and hopefully not get hurt. I'm just gonna avoid him. Yeah. They give you a couple of different paths to take to sort of spice it up a bit. Man, why am I sucking at talking today? Probably not a good idea to be recording. Come on, go down. Thank you, Peach. Okay, this is actually bad news, because we got all this nonsense. Good timing. You could do anything, Mr. Cruz. Trying to make this as entertaining as possible, but it's a little difficult. Here we go. So I think one of those pipes actually leads, yeah, so in case you need to go before, there you go, bud. Yeah, good luck missing this one right here. There we go. Jigsaw puzzle piece number 10. 2 more to go, and then we will be set to purchasing some in the store. Okay, so right here, you need to be very careful because you might be inclined to try and slide, but it will bring you and fling you straight into the goal, and that never works out nicely for anyone. It would be nice if it did, but it usually doesn't. Yay, we got 3 and 3 stars. That's fine. All right, well, I guess you can color me surprised, but this hasn't been the worst experience in the world. I was expecting to have a lot more failure, but certainly not the case. Join me next time as we finish off Gleam Glacier with an actual taste of Orange Creamsicle and probably the most difficult boss we've seen up to this point. I say that now knowing full well of our experiences fighting the Wiggler and also the Gloops, but no, this one is actually legitimately hard and annoying. And you'll see what I mean by that later, which means a stop by the shop might be a necessity. Take care, everybody, stay warm, and I'll see you here next time.